Welcome guys. So in this session we are going to see about the industrial XP. So in the previous session we have seen about the XP values, what is the XP extreme programming and what are the XP process. Now we are going to see about the what is the industrial XP. So industrial XP in shortcut we can also call as IXP. So in extreme programming, what is the extreme programming? In extreme programming it is used to make the product development or to enhance the changes in a simple manner. So similarly, Joshua, one second. Joshua Kervesky describes this industrial extreme programming. So this scientist, not scientist, and this is one of the developer. He is one of the contributor of the software engineering. Okay, so this he describes one term, that is industrial extreme programming. In shortcut, we can name it as IXP. So what is this industrial extreme programming? We will see now. So industrial programming XP is an organic evolution of XP. That means what is there in XP? So in XP process, what we do? We do the planning, we go for the design, we go for the testing, we go for the coding. So we go in some systematic manner. Similarly, in IXP is some evaluation, that means which has some enhancement than the XP. Whatever we are doing in the XP extreme programming, in that we have given the some evaluation process. That means what is that process we will see later. So that is given by the some Joshua, one contributor of the software engineering. It is imbued. Imbued is nothing but opinion. Opinion. We can say that opinion. Meaning of the imbued with XP minimalist, customer centric, test driven spirit. So in extreme programming, what we do in extreme programming, we will take the customers reviews, we take the stakeholders requirements, everything we will consider in that, and we make some changes into it, which makes in a simple manner according to the immediate need. It will not go for the future needs. Similarly, that is the XP process. In IXP, what is the IXP is? In IXP, it is opinion of XP's minimalist. That means who are working with the extreme programming team. So they have some ideas. They will have some contributions in order to develop a software project. So they are minimalist. Customer centric. Customer centric is nothing but who is the end user using that. So centric is nothing but basing on the customer needs. And test driven spirit. Whatever the things they are going to develop, they have to test at each and every phase. That is a test driven phase. So IXP. So IXP is an opinion with the XP's minimalist, customer centric and test driven spirit. So this is the thing. So next is IXP incorporates 6 new practices. So in XP we have given the 5 values. What are those 5 values? We will go for the communication, we will go for the simplicity, we will go for the feedback, we will go for the courage or discipline, we will go for the 5th one is respect. So that is the 5 values in XP. But in this we have the 6 elements. 6 new practices are introduced in this IXP. What are those 6 practices? Let us see. That are designed to help ensure that XP project works successfully for significant projects within a large organization. So what are those 6 new practices we will see? So by introducing these 6 new practices, which helps to design, to help the ensure XP project, and that means whatever the thing you are developing in extreme programming. So in that extreme programming, if you want to give some more designing, so that is these 6 new practices will help. And also it will work in a successful manner. So for the significant projects within a large organization. So whatever the organizations, they will hand over the projects. So whatever the things they want to consider. So this IXP is providing a more 6 new practices which will helpful for the successful of the project. So what are those? Let us see. So first one is the readiness assessment. Second one is project community. Thirdly, project chartering. Fourth one, test-driven management. Fifth one, retrospectives. And next one is continuous learning. So these are the 6 new principles implemented in the IXP. Whereas in XP, we implemented communication, second one is simple, thirdly feedback, fourth one courage or discipline, and fifth one is a respect. So these are the 5 values. These are not a new principles. These are not principles for XP. These are the 5 values. In order to continue the programming project in the XP, in extreme programming, these are the 5 values they have to consider for the team. But whereas in IXP, Industrial XP, these are the 6 new principles in order to move the project in a successful manner. So what are those? One is a readiness assessment, second one is a project, next is project chartering, next is test-driven management, next retrospectives, next one is continuous learning. These are the 6 new principles. Let us see what is this. First one is readiness assessment. So what is meant by assessment? So you people are writing the assignments. Why you people are writing the assignments? Because to know whether you people are understand everything or not for every unit. Like that, for projects also there is some assessments. Whether the project is can be developed in their own organization. So whatever the environment setup is there for them, is it sufficient for the development of the project or not? So is the project people, that means the developers are interacted, are proper with the stakeholders or not? They have taken whatever the stakeholders given the requirements is understandable by the developers or not? So that is the readiness assessment. So before starting of the project, so whatever the things they are considering, so whether the project that are developing, so is the environment is sufficient or not? For example, so now we are conducting the online exams, online classes for you people. So for this we have set up one room, and we have set up one camera, and we have set up one smart board with PPT. So the organization, the Vignan is an organization. So Vignan organization has set up all this environment for conducting of the online classes because they have the resources like that. So whenever the organization taking a project, first they have to go for the readiness assessment. So whether the project is in which platform we are going to develop. So what are the resources required for that? So what is the environment setup we can do? So whether that setup can be done by them or not. So they have to plan each and every step. At the same time, the requirements given by the stakeholder is understandable by the developers. For example, one thing I will say to you people, you may understand in a different way. Like a simple one. Some people will read as now, here. Some people will read as now, where. So similarly, what I teach to you people, some people will understand to some level, some people will understand to some extent level. So what I am exactly mean can be understandable only by the some people. Like that also, when the stakeholder giving the requirements, whether that is properly understandable by the developers or not. So they are in a right way or not. So what are the stakeholders are giving? So they are properly indulged with the requirements or not. They have to check. So that is the readiness assessment. And next one is the project community. So project community means after readiness assessment, after the requirement analysis, everything, this project community has to maintain one document. So this project community will look into the what are the previous defects, what is the previous disadvantages in the previous project. So how to we have to overcome. So how we have to prepare the we have to follow the steps. So that is done by the project community. So which type of persons, developers, we have to indulge in this project. So what is their abilities? So what are their skills? So they have to what is the scheduled time we have to complete the project. So they will keep some meetings. So at what time we have to conduct the meeting. So this project community people will take care of that. Next one is project chartering. So project chartering is nothing but noting all the things. So whatever the developments they are doing, whatever the process they are following, whatever the resources they are using for the development of the project, what is the code model they are going for. So everything will be looked by the project chartering people. This team will take over the documentation of the project. So what are the requirements, everything they will note down for each and every step of the project movements. And next one is test-driven management. So while the project is going on, so we have to make some testings. For example, some people, the same example, this smart board pen, I want the two buttons over here. So first keeping the one button, is it enough, is it going properly or not? Is it working correctly or not? Whether the output, what is the output required by the user, a stakeholder is getting after giving that button over here or not. That means at what step we have to take the testing. So what type of testing? I said that there are many type of testings: unit testing, black box, white box, and acceptance, regression testing, system testing. So many testings are there. So which testing is suitable for that at that time of product? So which test I have to proceed for in order to get the output? So like that, the test-driven management will take care of that. Next one is retrospectives. So retrospectives is nothing but it is like the team members. The team members has to cooperate with each other. The team members has to take care of the project. At which level we have to consider, we have to cooperate with each other, how they have to communicate with each other. That is going for the retrospectives. And next one is continuous learning. See, we are the faculty. So if we learn continuously, then only we can able to give the delivery of information to you people. Like that, project people also, they have to go for the learning, because continuous learning is must. Because now the session, now the period of, every day the technology is getting advancements, and every day we are seeing so many of the new products in existence. So as per the requirements of the user, so many of the languages are going to come in the market. So firstly we have the C, next C++, then Java, Python, .NET, and some PHP. Several languages are coming into existence. So in order to develop the project according to the requirements of the user, so the project team, the developers team has to get continuous learning what they are doing. So on which platform they have to do. So if they have to do on the new platform, so they have to learn about the new platform. They have to get some training about the new platform, and they have to go for the development of the product. So this continuous learning is a must for every software developers team. Okay. So these are the 6 new principles in the industrial XP. And next. So up to now we have seen what is the agile, what is extreme programming and what is the industrial XP. Now there are, apart from the industrial XP and extreme programming, there are some more agile development processes. So what are those? Let us see. First one is adaptive software development. Next one is Scrum. Next one is dynamic system development methods, DSDM. Next one is Crystal. And next one is some future driven development. Next, lean software development, LSD. And last but one is agile method modeling, AM. Last is agile unified process, AUP. So these are the different types of agile methods. Why agile process? Why we are using this many processes? So every project will be in that different manner. For phones, Android, that is a different one. For laptops, we are using some Android, operating systems, Windows, that is different environment. So for testing, for implementing the changes in one product, they have to follow the different methods. It depends upon the platform they are using. It depends upon the language they are using. So everything is different. Like Apple they will go for the Mac OS. So that is a different thing. So for different products, we have the different agile process methods. So these process models are proposed is across the industry. So these are the some more methods. Of course, we have so many methods. Apart from those, these are the some more methods very popularly used by some organizations, some industries. So first one is the adaptive software development method. So what is ASD? So let us see that. ASD, adaptive software development. So adaptive software development, ASD, has been proposed by Jim Highsmith as a technique for building complex software and systems. So some softwares which are more complex, so operating system, that is a complex one. Like that we have so many of the complex systems. In order to build those complex systems, this adaptive software development ASD method is used for agile process. Agile process is nothing but making the changes in the existing product. So first one is the philosophical underpinnings. ASD focus on human collaboration and team self-organization. So in ASD, so in XP what we have seen in XP, it depends upon the developers. In IXP, it depends upon the developers only. Whereas in ASD, so it mainly focuses on the human collaboration and team self-organization. So how the team is organizing, how the team is responding to the stakeholders according to the requirements. Based upon this, ASD will be worked. So Highsmith argues that an agile adaptive development approach based on collaboration is much of source of order in our complex interaction as discipline and engineering. So Highsmith, this adaptive software development method is defined by the Highsmith. We have seen previously. So Highsmith, what is saying is this adaptive development, software development approach is based upon the collaboration. Collaboration means interaction. That is defined as collaboration as much a source of order in our complex interaction as discipline and engineering. So what we are doing? We are doing the engineering. That means we are developing some product within a disciplined manner. So in order to achieve the disciplined manner, what we have to do? We have to interact with the people. So according to the requirements of the user. The similar way he is telling these words. As much a source of order in our complex interactions as discipline and engineering. Okay. So what is ASD? He defines the ASD as a life cycle. So this is defined as a life cycle. So life cycle is nothing but wherever it starts, again it goes on. Some circular way. That incorporates 3 phases: speculation, collaboration and learning. So what he defines ASD as is a life cycle which has the 3 phases. 3 phases. Phases is nothing but 3 parts. So first one is the speculation, secondly collaboration and thirdly learning. So these are the 3 phases of the ASD. See, this is the diagram for the ASD. So first one is the speculation, first phase. Second phase is the collaboration and third phase is the learning. What we do in the speculation phase? In this first phase, what we do? So in this speculation phase, we said that this is a life cycle. Okay, ASD has a life cycle. So they will plan for the mission statement. That means what are the requirements, why the project is developing. So what is the need of the development? So that is a mission statement. Secondly, project constraints. Constraints are nothing but some conditions. So it has to work this much environment, this has to work in that environment only, like that there are some conditions. So what are those project constraints? Next one is thirdly, basic requirements. What are the main basic requirements? What are the requirements they want? So that is the basic requirements. Next one is time box to release plan. So time box to release plan is nothing but so when it has to schedule and when it has to complete the schedule. So in that particular schedule only we have to complete this project by taking all these conditions. So like that in speculation phase they will go for this planning. So what is this four plans? One is the mission statement, and next one is the project, and next one is the basic requirements, and next one is the time boxed release plan. So this is the speculation phase. So then next we'll go for the collaboration phase. What is in collaboration phase? In collaboration phase they will go for the requirements gathering, they will go for the minimum specifications, they will go for the some JAD. So in collaborations, whatever the mission statement is why the project is going to develop, like that they will do in the speculation. Whereas in collaboration, so collaboration meaning is interaction. So in collaboration, who will interact? The people will interact, the developers will interact with the stakeholders, the project team will interact with the stakeholders. They will gather the requirements. What are the requirements? Why? What requirements you want? What are the specific needs you want in the developing product? So they will gather the requirements. What are the minimum specifications? Any specification, that means any special language we have to use, or any platform, different platforms we have to use, whether it has to work only in a Windows operating system, whether it has to work on only in Apple OS, like that. So that is the minimum specifications that is done in the collaborations. That means interact with the stakeholders. And third phase is learning. Learning is nothing but components implementation, test focus groups for feedback, formal technical reviews, and postmortems. So after taking the requirements gathering, so they will go for the designing. So while designing, they will go for some testing. So in the testing, if they found any errors or any bugs, again they have to check the gathering, requirements gathering. Again they have to go for the designing. Again they have to do the coding. So at the same time they have to focus on some feedbacks. So after this step, that means after they developed some part, like for example website login page. After the creation of the login page, you will check whether the login page is working correctly or not by using some dummy data. Like that they have to take some feedbacks. So they have to give that whatever the product they developed, they will give to the within the team or with the stakeholders. They will check whether the output is coming as per the requirements of the stakeholder or not. So it is not coming, they will give some feedback. So according to the feedback, again they have to go for the collaboration. They have to gather the requirements. At the same time, formal technical reviews. So some reviews will be done on the project, what they are developing. So whether they are developing in the correct way or not, they are processing the product in the correct way or not, they will go for the formal technical reviews. And finally some postmortems. So postmortems are nothing but if there is any errors, if there is any process mistaken, so again they have to check the clarify those errors or not. We have to do all those things. That is the postmortems. And finally, if the process everything is correct in the learning phase, that means whatever the feedback taken by the collaboration team is correct, according to that the output, whatever the output is according to the requirements of the user or stakeholder, then it is going to be the release. The product is going to be released. So in that release, after releasing, there will be some software increment. That means maybe there is some technology advancement or come, or maybe some customers will give us some reviews because say for phone, now you are using the fingerprint. So some customers needed some face lock. By using the face, they have to lock the screen of the phone. Like that, we can. They are giving us some feedbacks. So according to that, the software has to be increment. That means by using some techniques. So face lock is comes under some technique, that is the artificial intelligence. So after getting the output, whatever the output, that may be not satisfied by some customers, they will go for some feedback. So after that, they will go for some increment. So whether the increment may be in the coding, whether the increment may go for the technology, anything, and adjustment for the subsequent cycles. So in order to implement the artificial intelligence technique in this software, again it go for the speculation phase, and again they go for the collaboration phase, and again they will go for the learning phase, and then the output will become according to the requirements. So this is the ASD. So summary for this session. So today we have seen, we recalled about the XP, Extreme Programming, and we have seen the IXP. So with new 6 principles. What are those 6 principles? Readiness assessment, project, and next other agile process models. So we have seen some other agile process. So in that we have seen in today's sessions ASD, Agile Software Adaptive Software Development. Thank you.